All right. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's going on, everybody? This is Twin Flames Unite, and we are at it again. And if you don't know by now, I'm Chris.
And I'm Leisha. What up?
What's going on, everybody? Hopefully your night is going good. You ain't stressing yourself out too much about anything. But yo, we are here to bring you practical solutions that you can apply easily, naturally, and automatically
in your everyday life, so you can tap into your unlimited potential
and rise to the highest version of yourself. All right. What's going on, everybody? What's up? We got Charlotte in the building. We got AE in the building. What's going on?
AME, is that how you say it? AME?
Oh boy, we got the AME in here.
We don't know how to say it.
All right. What's up? What's up? What's up, DeJohn? Or
Dajanique.
Dajanique. Okay,
Dajanique. That's
okay,
pretty.
We gotta say that right. Okay.
Yeah.
What's going on, everybody? What's up? What's up? What's
Amy.
up?
Amy. Okay.
Okay.
We're doing too much then. May. Okay, yeah. We was doing way too much.
Okay. All good, all good. But what's going on, family? You know, we got one topic to go into this evening. And this is something kind of based off of, actually not even kind of, but it was a series of events that happened, right?
Mm-hmm.
We had one individual that reached out to us in regards to relationships and things of that nature. And then subsequently, we had this video that just popped up on our feed from a young lady that we haven't heard of up until the day that we saw this video. Okay, and we're going to play a little bit of that for you all, just so you can see what was going on.
Yeah.
But we're going to be talking about compatibility
versus sustainability or sustainability. Sustainability.
Oh boy.
Y'all know what we mean. It's conceptual at this point.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what we're gonna get into. We're gonna play the video, and that will kind of let you know what we're gonna be talking about tonight as far as the topic. You know, where we going.
All right. Boom, boom, boom. All right. And just a little bit of church announcements before we get into anything. Once again, we are really doing our transition over to our Patreon group.
Yeah.
And in our Patreon, we're going to be going into some more deeper stuff. Right now, we're just building things up. And for those who are Patreons on our Patreon, is that how you say it? Those who are
Patreon and who are Patreons?
Okay.
Yeah.
Those who are patrons of our Patreon, right now we're dropping free books once a week.
Oh yeah.
Just so that it'll give you a chance to go through and have an opportunity to read through the book. We've already dropped some Joe Dispenza book. A few days ago, we dropped the Magician by Philip Cooper.
It's a good one.
And y'all, we just got access to another book that's probably right now is worth like 600 something on eBay.
665 or something.
Yeah,
like that.
And it's really going into some philosophical stuff about really you tapping into the Christ consciousness so that you can exit this realm.
Right. For those of you who are interested.
For those who are interested, once again, it's going to be on some more esoteric type stuff. So if you're up for it and you're ready to advance yourself, head over to our Patreon. That way you can get access to that and get access to a lot of other stuff as we keep things rolling, okay?
Kind of stay in the loop because, as you can see, we can't say everything on YouTube. They'll take our video down, and so we have to censor ourselves and not say certain words. It's almost like we in preschool or kindergarten. You know, you can't say certain words, and you got to put your fingers on your lips, and you got to be quiet. Like, we don't want to do that over here because then it stifles what we have to say.
All right, and so let's get into it.
Yeah,
all
let's
right,
do it.
This is not going to be a long video.
No,
this is really a point that once this is all said and done, it's something for you to really ponder over.
Yeah, it's just something to really think about. You know, am I in this situation? Do I see myself heading into this situation? And some little solutions.
Yeah. Yep. All right. So just like I said a moment ago, this was.
Oh yeah, Charlotte, on Patreon.
We're moving up, girl.
We just joined because they keep deleting our videos and punishing us over here.
Yeah.
So
and we wanted to provide a platform that makes it a little bit easier because when it comes to the website, not everybody is catching on, but quite a few people know about Patreon. So we're gonna see how this works out. We're gonna test it out. All right.
We'll try it out.
All right. So, but just backing up, because once again, we had someone who emailed us in regards to relationships, and they had to deal with compatibility and a couple other things that were going on with it, but mainly compatibility, right? Yeah. And so there was another video that followed up that just popped up in our feed. I can't remember if it was on Instagram or
I can't remember. I can't remember. Yeah.
But we found her YouTube channel. And we just want to share this video real quick. It's only about maybe 2 minutes or so. So let me go ahead. Let's get this queued up. And then we're going to start into the conversation.
We're going to dive right in. Y'all get your questions ready so you can hit enter.
Yes. All right. And once again, this video is not ours. We're not claiming any content, so YouTube, get off our backs.
Right. Okay? This is for discussion purposes.
This is for discussion purposes only. But you all can head over to this young lady's channel. It's called Holistic Intentions LLC on YouTube. So when you type that into the search bar, you'll be able to find her. All right. But let's just go into it real quick. All right. Let's go ahead and hit play.
And just give us a thumbs up if you can hear, okay?
Hold on. I got to switch this up, y'all, because this is not going to share the audio. So let me stop this and let's do this one more time.
Yeah. And once you can hear it, just hit a thumbs up in the chat, okay, when we start playing it. So we can know that you can hear.
Okay, yeah, we got to do that one.
Some juicy stuff.
Oh, yeah. We about to get into it. All right, let's go, y'all. We gonna play? Are you serious? They don't want to play? Okay.
That's how they're gonna do us.
All right, but we got more than one ways to skin a cat.
That's how you two want to do us.
Hold on, y'all, because we know because we are alchemists in these streets. You two can't mess with us.
They really didn't play it for real.
They really did play it, but we're gonna get it in.
Wow. Okay.
Okay, because this is for everybody who is in any type of relationship type thing. You want to be aware of this. This is actually something that we've been preaching for since 2018.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna get into it, but while that's coming up, if y'all have any questions, please feel free to drop it in the chat, and we're gonna go into it.
Yeah, we're going to talk about compatibility today. What does it really mean, and is it the end all be all? Find somebody that you're compatible with, like right now. We're going to get into what the future might look like and how that compatibility might change depending on how much you've grown or depending on how much your partner has grown. And sometimes we don't take those two things into consideration, right? Because when you meet someone, let's say you meet someone today, right? And both of you are working on your goals and things of that nature, and you're both growing. Or you might be the only one that's working on your goals, and you might be the only one that's really growing mentally, physically, spiritually, and emotionally. So these are different departments of growth that we can experience on our journey called life. So we're going to touch on what happens when one person is growing and the other isn't, or if both of you are growing, but you're growing in two completely different directions. Did you ever take the time to kind of revisit the drawing board? Because you might want to consider seeing how much you've grown or how much you've evolved or how much you have not, right? To see if the relationship that you're in is currently serving you or sustaining your highest good. It might have been 2 years ago, but what does it look like now?
Right.
Right?
All right. So, y'all, we got it queued up. So let's go ahead and let's get into it. We're going to have a conversation about this one.
Yeah. This is for big boys and girls, okay?
Sharing audio. Yes. Okay.
And just give us a thumbs up if you can hear the video, okay?
From people like me, so I'm gonna go ahead and just let y'all watch this video.
Going off of compatibility just by itself can be a trap. Because first off, you can be compatible with a demon. Like devils know what you like too. The type of women that you like, you want her to have more curves in the highway. The type of man that you like, you want him tall with broad shoulders and a beard. The enemy can send you pain, gift wrapped as your preference. So that's just the first thing about how compatibility can be a trap. The thing is, compatibility is season-based. It is possible for you to be compatible with the season of their struggle, but not the season of their success. I want somebody who's going to be there for me if I hit rock bottom. Well, what if they can only handle your rock bottom, but they can't handle your upward season? So now the question becomes, are we really compatible? Or do we just share similar dysfunction? We're both broken in the same area. We're both wounded over the same things. We have the same feelings over the same wounds, so we end up sharing hearts. But what happens if one of you heals and the other one doesn't? Because just because you heal doesn't mean that they're going to heal. And just because you heal doesn't mean that you can make them heal. What happens if one of you heal? You will remove what y'all have in common. And I want us to be so whole and so secure that when we heal, we don't end up feeling guilty because they're crawling, but we now have wings. It's not just about compatibility. It's about suitability. Does this individual suit my assignment well? Do they complement what it is that God has me doing in earth while I'm here in time? When a man or a woman has found that, that's a blessing. Because when God gives a blessing, you're not going to have to exchange your mental health as payment to keep it. So maybe you're so exhausted because you're breastfeeding toxicity in order to maintain an image of being happy over the very thing that you told everybody was a blessing.
So I will repeat, normalize getting to know and to understand your position in people's lives. Normalize trying to understand people for exactly what and who they are. You cannot alter anybody. You cannot change anybody. You can only change your view of yourself and the world that you live in. So, y'all heard it from somebody else. I don't be talking in my podcast for no reason. Somebody gets it. Somebody else gets it. Love you more so that you understand your assignment. Be able to release in order to receive.
Boy, oh boy.
All right.
That was a mouthful.
That was a lot.
Packed within like 2 minutes. But we ain't gonna leave y'all hanging. We're gonna dive into it a little bit more. So shout out once again to the young lady in that video who, of course, she's been talking about this. We've been talking about this, but for some reason, it's just not getting through some people's heads. We know y'all are watching this. Most of y'all get it.
Yeah.
But we just want to really drive this home because we don't want to see people go through heartache when they don't have to go through it.
Exactly.
Okay.
And knowing that we're in the year 2021, I'm going to give y'all a little joke before we really get into it. Y'all going to laugh. So, everybody remember this year? 2020? Remember that year? Guess what? Next year is pronounced the same way. Right? 2022. Get it? 2022.
So it's still 2020.
2022. See?
Yes.
It's pronounced 2022. So y'all about to do a repeat of 2020 if y'all don't get it right, man.
Oh boy.
We don't want to repeat.
No,
okay?
no. All right.
All right.
And,
Ashe. Yes,
Charlotte.
Ashe.
So yes, let's get into it. And so if you're watching this channel and you all are enjoying what's going on, make sure you put a thumbs up on the video.
Yes.
Make sure you share. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. And if you feel up for it, send a donation.
If you like. If you want us to do card readings at the end, let us know. We're
Yes.
in a card reading. Right now we got the journey and the counselor, so we doing what the higher self say.
All right. So let's get into it, y'all. First of all, because y'all know how we roll, we like to break down words, right? And so let's look at the words compatible and incompatible, because we want to make sure that we're talking about the same things here.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's take a look at it. So boom, when we look at the definition of compatible, what's compatible, sweetheart?
Capable of coexisting in harmony.
Yes.
Pretty much.
So capable of coexisting in harmony.
Mm-hmm.
Harmony is a key word there.
Right. It means you're singing one song.
All right. Now, as far as being incompatible, and one thing I like to point out is that these are adjectives, which means that it's a description of the subject.
Mm-hmm.
So you can be compatible with your job. You can be compatible with your mate.
Mm-hmm.
You can be compatible with your parents. So just keep that in mind, that this is adjective is something that describes a noun. Just take me back to some basics. Okay. But incompatible, that cannot coexist or be conjoined.
Yeah, you can't work together. It doesn't go together.
So let's just make sure that we're clear. And if everybody is clear on that, just give us a thumbs up. Let us know if we're clear on the definition, because we're talking about being able to coexist in harmony. Okay? So boom, man. We're already building up on some stuff here. Let's just break these words down.
All right, let's
go.
Go.
All right. So he brought up a really good point, which is
a few points. I took notes right here.
Which is that when he said that a demon knows what you want, and they do know what you want. And they will bring you what you want, but they'll bring what you want disguised in pain.
Right.
Now, what does he mean by that? Let's take a deeper look into it, right? So, in this stage of the game, you have to trust your intuition. You have to trust your intuition, because your wants can be a wolf in sheep's clothing. Okay? Because see, that wolf knows what you want. They know that you want a tall, dark, and handsome man. And for our men, they know that you want a lady with some curves, some thickness, some cushion for the pushing.
Everybody don't want that.
Or somebody who's good in bed, got a fat bank account, etc., etc., etc.
etc.
You know, all of those things that you have on your quote unquote list,
checklist.
Like the wolves out there know what you want. I mean, you let us know so many times about how much you want, or vice versa. So somebody who is not all that forthcoming can disguise themselves as your perfect mate.
Right.
But remember what we said in the beginning, that you have to trust your intuition, because you know when you're getting some boo-boo gift wrapped in gold foil.
Yeah, you know. Yeah.
Okay.
We just have to believe in ourselves and heed our intuition and just know that you're right.
Yes, 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 yes. So that's one thing to keep in mind. Okay. Now, the other thing, which is a really key point that I really want to touch on, me here personally, I wanted to touch on this because we see that, and it's actually a discussion that you and I had
even way before this.
Yeah, even way before this is. But let's get into it. We won't get too far ahead. And if y'all still with us, drop a 1, give a thumbs up, let us know that y'all still in here and y'all catching what we putting down. All right. Well, one of the things he talked about is that compatibility can be season based. We're switching it around. It can be.
It can be.
Okay. And what does that mean? That means that in one scenario, they'll stay with you when you're down, but when you get up, they're not there.
Now, that's really something to think about, right? Because he mentioned that, that quote, and it's so popular when you think about it, right? I want somebody who's going to be there when I hit rock bottom and not going to leave me when I hit rock bottom. But a lot of people didn't really think about it the other way around. Like when you switch it around, and I know a lot of people have that experience.
Yep.
You know, they will stay with you when you're down, but not when you're up. What happens when you start becoming successful? What happens when your light turns on and you start shining? What happens then when their light is off? Because they didn't start the journey of healing. You started the journey of healing.
Right.
You know, you started on your process of, going into your greatest inversion. They hadn't started doing that. They're comfortable with being at rock bottom. But you're not.
Yeah. And so that requires us to step outside of ourselves and really look at who we are dealing with.
Yeah.
And, to a certain degree, you have to have a little bit of psychology and a little bit of knowing behaviors of individuals. Because one of the things that we learned through our studies, especially when it comes to gosh, why am I drawing a blank on this? When it comes to mind control, right? Okay, when it comes to mind control, one of the techniques in order to get what you want is that there's this thing called the three levels of intention. There are 3 levels of intention. And if I had thought about it, I would have put it into this slide, but I'm just going with my spirit right now, and it's telling me to tell you all this information. So, when it comes to people who are using mind control to really benefit themselves, there are plenty of tactics that can be used. But one of the main one is the 3 levels of intention. I hope you got a notepad or something to take this down. Okay. Now, there's the stated intention. Then there is the hidden intention. And then there's the secret intention. Like, hold on, Chris, you're going to have to break that down. Okay, I got y'all. All right? Once again, if y'all like what's going on, if you haven't dropped a like on the video, make sure you drop a like on the video. Okay?
Yes.
So, let's break that down. First, the stated one is, like, for example, we go to a car dealership, and we go there because we want to buy a car, right? And so we go to the salesman and say, hey, we want to buy this car. That's our stated intention, okay? And then you have what's called the hidden intention, which means that I want to get the least amount that I can for this car. Okay, that's like a secret intention. You don't tell the salesman, "Oh, I want to get this car for like $1,000," but if you say that right out loud, they're not going to go with it. And then there's the secret intention, and like your secret intention is that that in the back of your mind you only have $300 to pay each month for a car note. Okay. See, the stated intention is something that is said right from the jump. Sometimes the hidden intention can be revealed through action, but then the secret intention is never revealed. Okay, so there's just certain things you have to know about that, and see when you know that there are people out there who have these intentions, these secret intentions that they're not telling. And so they know that they want a certain outcome, and to have that certain outcome, they want to make sure that at least they appeal to your interests. They appeal to your wants. And if you're at a certain level when you're low, like they can handle you when you're low because they feel better than you, and they feel like they helping you up and giving you compassion. But then once you start raising up, you're like, you know what? I think it's time for us to cut this loose. And it's vice versa. When you're up, like when you're up and you rolling, you got things coming in. Like people want to ride on your coattail, but when you come down, they be like,
I don't know, man. I might have something to do tonight. I might be busy for the next 6 months,
Okay. So that's one of the things that you got to think about with compatibility, because, compatibility is a tricky thing. It's a tricky thing.
It's tricky because it can be seasonal. So you could be doing, fine, February, it's Valentine's Day. It's still cold outside. You're providing a need, you're keeping this person warm, providing shelter and all this type of stuff. And then summertime come around and the compatibility dipped because now it's sunny outside. So the needs are not being met, or the wants are not being met anymore. So the compatibility is it's literally tilted.
Right.
So it's kind of like you have to really pay attention to see when this dip takes place. So you don't mess yourself up, because you end up and you think that you're compatible, but you're not looking at the fact that you have grown or you have not grown, or the person have grown or they have not grown.
Yes.
To see if you're still in the same space anymore. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tricky.
But it's very tricky. But these are some things that we just want to bring to light to you all. Because we are the light. We go into the darkness. The darkness is just the unknown. You may not have known this, or you may have.
You might have. Right.
Yeah. But for those who didn't know that these certain things going on, you're welcome for the light.
Yeah. Just check it out. Really do some analyzing.
Yes. Now this next thing is one to really ponder as well, because now this is something that has actually been talked about, and so many people just brush over this.
Yeah. This is trauma bonding.
Yeah, and we talked and somebody mentioned it earlier.
We did a whole video on trauma bond, but that's the one they removed because it said trauma healing.
Yeah, it was trauma healing,
okay,
and
they removed that one. Yeah.
So yeah, if y'all want to see that particular video, you have to go over to the website, or we'll probably also going to add
Patreon.
it onto the Patreon as well, so that you all can see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they banned it because it was trauma healing, but it's actually talking about what we're about to talk about right here.
But in great detail.
In very great detail. Very great detail. All right. So, boom. Let's ask this question. Are you compatible, or are you just sharing dysfunctions?
Now, that's a big question. Like, you have to really put on your big boy drawers and big girl panties.
Yeah.
To truthfully, assess this question.
Right. Right. Because here's something for you to munch on as well. Okay. You're just sharing dysfunctions. Because you all may have gotten together because you share the same wounds. You have abandonment issues, sexual abuse, feeling unworthy, etc. All right. And what's the next shared things? The reason why they may have gotten together?
Same experiences. You went to the same school, grew up in the same town, know the same people, work at the same place. That's pretty common, stuff like that.
Yeah. And then you may have the same views. Y'all got together because y'all had the same views about religion, politics, finances, etc. Okay. And so when you think about those things, like, let's just take a look at example for the abandonment issues. Like we said before, if one person heals and the other one doesn't, what does that leave that potential couple?
So because you both struggle with the whole abandonment issues. One of you decided maybe to go get therapy or really do your own type of shadow work. Then you get over that abandonment side of you, that feeling of abandonment, and the other person has not. So what's going to happen is they're going to become very clingy. You're going to be free and ready to live life, and they're just going to be clingy. They want to know where you at every second of the day. Who you with? What are you doing? That's the type of person who have abandonment issues. They're always in fear that somebody's going to leave them. So you're like confused now, not understanding what is going on. It is because you might have grown or matured or healed from that part of you, while the other person still hasn't even began to do any kind of work.
Yeah. So I know we're probably dropping a lot on y'all right now for something you to consider. Hold on, what did it say, man?
Say y'all just drop a gem, because a lot of people say or believe that those reasons are signs they've met the one or twin flame. That's one of the reasons why we're doing this video also, because it's a lot of confusion around this whole twin flame journey. And while sometimes it might be difficult, depending on what level of shadow work you've done, that would really depend on how difficult your journey might be. But you're right. A lot of them use that as an excuse.
They'd be like, hold on, you went to the same school? Me too.
Right.
Like, your favorite color is blue? What the hell?
When your birthday is what day? Oh, this gotta be it.
Yeah. And so it's not really so much compatible. It's that you're sharing the same experiences. And when you think about that, that's really an illusion, because this whole world is set up on programs. Okay? Because when you think about it, like every school is set up to have a certain type of curriculum, right? And let's just say, like, every school has that one teacher that everybody loves, and then they also have that one teacher that everybody hates.
Stay away from, like, play.
Okay? And then when you think about it, like, so many people only have like so many jobs that they can really have, unless you do what you need to do to move up a ladder. So that means that you're probably going to be in customer service, sales, or some type of service job. So think about how many people are in customer service, how many people are in service. So it's not such a coincidence, or to use that as validation, like, oh, this is my twin flame. No, everybody in the world is doing that. So yeah, you got to keep those things into.
And then they end up and they stay in these relationships, and it's really not taking them anywhere, because they feel obligated. They feel guilty to stay with that individual, because they might have had the same birthday, or they might have went to the same high school. Their moms might have the same names, or these synchronicities might bond them with that individual, though they're not sustaining their growth. Period, or at all.
Yeah. And then you can get stuck in sharing those dysfunctions and not doing what actually needs to be done in the twin flame relationship, is elevating past those things so that you can really get back to your godhood.
And if not, you find yourself normalizing this type of dysfunction. and then you just slap twin flame on it.
Yeah, and you think
this is a twin flame, like,
and you think it's normal to exchange your mental health for just being in a relationship.
Right, exactly. And so in that case, now you've lost touch. You really don't even know what you're giving up for what you're getting anymore. And when you're at that point where you don't know what you're giving out from what you're receiving, you're kind of out, you're out of balance.
Yeah. Yep.
You might be out of balance because you really need to know, is my sanity worth ... XYZ?
Is my sanity worth enough for me to be doling out my check each week?
Right.
Is my integrity... Well, look, you can fill in the blank and decide for yourself whether or not it's something that's valid or not.
Right.
And to answer your response, May, is that when it comes, the difference between intuition and paranoia is going to be your emotions or the feelings that you're feeling at that moment.
Right. One of them is fear-based.
Yes.
Okay, and the paranoia one is definitely fear-based. It's like you're telling yourself all of these possibilities and probabilities, and you're always looking at the worst case scenario.
Yes.
Right, that's kind of like a paranoia effect, And usually people who have paranoia are people who have a lot of unhealed wounds, a lot of buried and suppressed fears, so they just find different ways to tell you hello every now and again.
But you know what? Fear is... Well, excuse me, let me back up, because paranoia is really based in fear.
Yeah.
Because you're paranoid because you're looking over your shoulder because you don't know what's happening.
Right.
That's because you're fearful of something probably going to come and get you or do something.
So it's a deeper issue.
Yes. And here is the perfect cure for fear. Knowledge.
Gosh. Yes.
Knowledge is the cure for fear.
I'm telling you, because once you know, there's no need for you to be afraid.
Yeah. Because just imagine, like when you were, we know a lot of you learned how to drive when you were a teenager. And when you first started to drive, you were nervous, you were anxious. But once you got practice and you got knowledge of really how to navigate the roads, that fear went out the window.
And next thing you know, you rolling up with something. You got the lighter.
You driving with
your
one
knee
knee
going here. You
got one
looking
knee
for the lighter.
using it. You eating.
You honking somebody. You getting your food in the back.
Yeah. So when it comes to relationships, one of the things that you really have to understand, but we're about to get into something that's even more important than what I'm about to say. But when it comes to relationships, is understanding the behaviors of humanity.
Right.
And I'm not talking about individuals, because individuals and humanity are two different things.
Right.
Okay? But there are just certain behaviors that people in humanity display. Right. And there are reasons behind what they do. And so when you start to study into that, now the paranoia can go away, because for one, you can see red flags. You can see when somebody is trying to mind fuck you or gaslighting you. Right. So when you get into that knowledge, because like we were around, who was that? It was a few days ago. I can't remember. But somebody was trying to tell us something, some information. Like, hold up, I smell bullshit.
Oh, he's trying to run game on us.
Yeah, trying to run game on us. Like, hold on, we know what that is. Like, we read, we studied. Like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
we know. Am I getting loud? I feel like I'm getting loud.
No, even our kids is learning some stuff now.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, Sarah. Sarah did me that the other day. She's like, "Your eyes is to the left, Mommy. You lying."
Yeah, because when you can look at facial recognition, when you understand, I'm just giving y'all a little bit of behind the scenes of our study. Because when you look at somebody's face, if they're like if you were to break my face up into 3 sections, like you got this one section, then this section, and then this bottom section, right? So if somebody's face, like their forehead is bigger than the rest of their face, then that means that they're more intellectual. They think logically. So if you want to try to get them to do something, you got to speak to them logically. Okay? And then, oh gosh, I'm
That's for the most part, though. Not for every single person.
Yeah, for the most part.
For the most part.
Yeah. When this part between the eyebrows and the nose, if that's more prominent, they're more of a they're more emotional. I think I may be getting this mixed around, but hey, we're forever students.
Right,
we're always learning.
Right.
But I'm just saying this to say, but if you go in and you study a little bit more and you understand the makings of humanity and why people do what they do, then that paranoia goes out the window, and you can deal with people as their true self, even if they try to hide their true self.
Right.
All right. And so that's where that's coming from. But what's up? What's that? Cherry or Cherry? What's up, girl?
Or whatever.
Or guy, whatever.
Welcome.
We appreciate.
Welcome.
Thank you so much for being in here.
Thank you for being here.
We appreciate you. All right. And so let's go into the next part of this, because once again, this is going to be a short video just to give some information. So if you all have any questions, please feel free to drop them in the chat and we'll jump on them as we go along. But let's go into this last section, okay?
Yeah, this one is good. I like this one.
Because the goal is to be whole before you connect with another partner. That's
right. And if you're not whole and you do connect with someone else, it's really beneficial for you to know where you're at. So if you know that, you look like this man right here in the picture,
and you are fragmented,
you just keep it real. When you keep it real and people know what they're expecting, it makes things a little easier. Right? Sometimes half these people, they're just shocked out their skin.
Yep.
And maybe if they had known 2 months down the line, they probably would have made a different decision. So, some people, no, it was this meme I saw today, and the meme said, I wish I was able to have a preview, a 30-second preview of most people before I get involved with them to let me know if I need to keep rolling.
Yeah.
We don't get that.
All right. And Blue Diamond Dust, you funny. She said, I got a big forehead.
Okay, well, you intellectual.
Very intellectual.
And you are.
Yep, she is. She really is.
Very intellectual. So
all right.
Might be some truth to it.
Hey, maybe some truth to it. Okay. So yes, that's one of the things, because if you're a whole individual, and let's just give you a picture of what a whole individual looks like in our opinion. Okay, and this is our opinion.
In our humble opinion and experience.
Right, because once again, we don't want y'all to follow us and do what we say to do. We want you to do your own research and look into this information. We dropped a lot of keywords that you can go back through and write them down. Like, hold on, let me look into this. What does that mean again? Yeah. Okay. Different tactics of mind control. You need to know those things. You don't necessarily have to practice it, but you need to know it when it's being presented to you.
Right, when it's being used on you. It's not so much you study these things to try and go out and do it necessarily. I mean, if you want to, whatever. But it's so that you protect yourself and you can recognize these things when they come.
Yes. And shout out to you, Mona Lisa. Thank you so much for being with us. We greatly appreciate you for being with us and rocking with us. We got tons of videos. Go through and watch all of the free stuff. And if you need any assistance after that, please feel free to hit us up, whether on our website or on the Patreon. Yes. All right. Well, boom. All right, but we're about to get into the next part, because once again, the goal is to be whole. Wow.
Look at you rhyming and stuff.
Stars up in these streets.
The goal is to be whole.
The goal is to be whole.
Right.
All right.
Let's be whole. This new show. Okay.
Yeah.
Look, went off a little bit. Yeah.
Because once again, let's see. Oh, let me go back.
Oh, you're gonna go to the last one?
No, not that one. Not that one. But
snap.
Just taking a look at this individual here, right? Now imagine. Now we're just talking about symbolically here, but this is very, very true. Because imagine this individual here, and you're trying to have a relationship with them.
Oh my!
Can this person hold your hand? No, because they're fragmented themselves, which means they got some type of issues as far as like self-worth, to the point that they feel like they may not be worthy enough to hold your hand.
Mm.
Okay? Can this person really give their heart to you?
It might be, a piece of it might be missing.
Okay? But when you're a whole individual, that means that you can go in there full-hearted, be opened up for whatever may come. But let me go back, because I was talking about the definition of a whole individual, right? So a whole individual is somebody who is completely 100% unconditionally in love with themselves. Okay? That means that, yeah, they know that they got some messed up stuff.
Right.
They know that they eat sloppy, but hey, I like the way I eat.
Right.
They know that sometimes, hey, I may not take a shower every day. They cool with that.
As long as you cool with that,
okay?
We're not here to judge.
And so, and here's the beautiful thing that happens is that like attracts like. Or in most cases, what we talked about in the previous video, where opposites really do attract in such a way that it really does come through in a harmonious way. Like, for example, me and my baby, like, I'm really detailed oriented. I can look at the small, minute things, and my baby sees the big picture.
Right.
And so together we can bring it all together so that it makes sense.
So I'm not missing any details, and you're not missing any part of the big picture.
Right. And see, what happens is that because there is a real compatibility, which means that we can be together in harmony, that means that we can continue to evolve. We can go from our lower points to our higher points with each other, and we can grow and expand with one another.
That's right.
Okay?
And even me now learning to pay attention to details, and now my baby is learning to pay attention to the bigger picture.
Right.
So it's kind of like we really balancing each other out. It's really cool because, I mean, my paintings have gotten so detailed now.
Yes.
Really, really detailed. And the paintings it's actually teaching me on another level how to pay attention to details. So not only am I doing it in painting, it's transferable. It goes outside, my other experiences. Not only painting. So
it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, it is.
All right. Let's go into the next slide on this, y'all. All right. Which is the goal is the sustainability. Why are we getting tongue-tied saying this word?
I have no idea. It could be some of the stuff we ate earlier.
You're going too much. Okay, let's go. So the goal is the base. Wow, sustainability.
Sorry, y'all. Just bear with us.
Okay. Oh gosh. Okay. Funny. Yeah. So you want to find someone who helps you complete your life assignment, because if you didn't know that you have a life assignment, you're welcome.
Right. And if you listen, if you don't know what your assignment is, somebody will give you one.
Right.
Okay. So you better get to your own assignment before you assign one.
Right. Yes. So you don't exchange your mental health for a relationship.
None. No relationship. I don't care who the guy is or who the girl is. Whatever. You caught that?
Don't worry about that.
Don't worry about
it.
I love y'all.
We love y'all.
You got the best subscribers, man. Y'all are the best.
Okay. So if you didn't know that you have a life assignment.
Yep.
Let me break this down for you all, because your life assignment is the whole reason why you're here.
That's right.
And for many cases, that life assignment is our ticket to go into the next level.
Ooh, speak to that.
And so if you are not completing your life assignment, then you are just reassigning yourself to come back here and complete that life assignment.
And do that shit all over again. You know what, you guys? There is a series that we're looking at right now. It's called Dark, and it's on, what is it, Netflix? It's a series. It's really twisty and hard to keep up with, and it's a slow burn.
Very slow burn.
But it's a lot of gems in there. It's a series, Dark. That's the name of it. DARK.
Yes. All right. So, but just keeping this in mind that you have a life assignment. And if you don't complete that life assignment while you're here, then that is an opportunity for you to come back and retake the whole class all over again.
Do this shit
Okay?
all over again.
But once again, we know that a lot of us have passed those tests. We've completed our life assignment. And right now we're just coasting through until we walk across the stage.
That's right.
But when it comes to these relationships, there is no relationship that anybody should be in at this point in time in 2021, going into 2022.
2022.
Okay. That is stopping you from completing your life assignment.
And how do you? Somebody say that Dejanique says, how do you find your life assignment, or will it just come to you naturally? Listen, the best thing that I could say to this, maybe you might want to add something on. Do what feels right to you. Mm-hmm. If you like to draw, draw. If you like to sing, sing. If you like to help people, help people. Just do whatever comes natural. What you enjoy doing. You will find your life assignment, if you want to call it a life assignment or life mission or whatever have you. You would find it in the things that you love doing. Mm-hmm. You know, that's kind of like a key indication of where that is. Yes. And, you know, when you do things in life, you know, you do it on purpose. Mm-hmm. You know, do it on purpose. And really, that's, if you want my honest opinion, that's how you really carry out your life assignment. Yes. Is when you're operating on purpose and not by accident. Or living in your truest self. Mm-hmm. and not being like inauthentic, you know. Because once you're keeping it real with yourself and you loving yourself and you're being honest with yourself and doing the things that you want to do, you're living in your assignment. Yes. Everything that you need is just going to line up for you.
And, you know, the best way to answer that question is actually to go back to ancient Kemet. And what did they write on the temple walls? Let me see if anybody who we have that's savvy in here.
Charlotte know. Charlotte know what they say in them tombs.
What was written on the temple walls in Kemet or in Egypt, for those of y'all who don't know what Kemet is?
Charlotte gonna be the first one to put it in the chat because I know she know.
No pressure.
No pressure.
Okay. Let's see who can put it in the chat
y'all
first.
Know what time it is.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you a hint. We leave in the age of Pisces and we're stepping into the age of Aquarius. That's a big hint. Mm-hmm. So, hey.
Oh, y'all don't know?
They know, baby. They probably got a lag going on or something.
Okay, we're gonna give y'all a few seconds before we go into it.
They know.
But this life assignment is one that is really key. Mm-hmm. Okay? And if you know, by now, this is just my spirit saying this. Y'all know what your assignment is. But some may think, no, we're talking about on the temple walls.
Yeah, man, know thyself. I'm going to tell y'all.
There you go.
Woman, too.
Yes.
Woman, man, whatever. You got to know who you are.
Because once you know, not believe, not think, not guess or make a hypothesis, when you know yourself, you know what you want to do with your life. That is your life purpose, for you to decide what you want to do without any exterior influences.
Right. Guilt trips, or I'm just doing this because such and such is going to be proud, or I'm just doing this because somebody told me to do it, or, you know, it's not coming from a real place.
Yeah. Because when you really, because for the past 2 years, really, we have been taking that statement very seriously and just digging through the layers of who we are.
Yeah.
You know, we went through the stages of understanding that we're not our body because we like, this is my finger, my wrist,
my brain,
my arm. So hold on, that's not me.
My throat.
And then we went through the stages of, I'm not my emotions.
Not my emotions.
Okay, they're just emotions. Like I feel certain things. Like, okay, so whoever I am, I have this ability to perceive, and I'm able to do all of this, so it opens that up, and then you go into a whole nother reality when you realize that you're awake within a dream, when you're lucid
Oh,
dreaming,
that's a
and then you're
whole
like,
another.
hold on, what am
Right,
I?
and you watching yourself sleep, and then you trying to get back in the body because you thought you woke up for work already, but apparently you still laying there. Like it's
Yeah.
a whole nother thing, that they
Yes.
don't really talk about a lot. Well, now they are because we in the apocalypse, of course, the lifting of the veil. But prior to now, this stuff was so suppressed and hidden and not talked about.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that is one way that you will for sure find your purpose, because this type of information, once you start seeking, once you start having a true desire
Yeah,
to know, which means that now you are a seeker,
that's
that
right.
information will be revealed to you when it's ready.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
When the student is ready, the teacher will appear. I can't tell you how much
Yes.
times we thought about something popped
Mhm.
up, and then the book just came along.
Right.
Like a certain topic, and we want to know more about it, we get a book.
Yes.
Sometimes it's even free.
Mhm.
Like the Lionsgate, what is that? The Lionsgate, the book.
Yeah, the Lion's Path.
The Lion's Path.
Mhm.
That just kind of showed
Yeah,
up.
it literally showed up.
Yeah, one of them.
Yeah. And to be honest, I was thinking about this yesterday. I can't even remember how we came across Brother Panic. Do you remember how that even came up?
Can't.
Because Brother Panic then led to Bobby Hemmett, then Bobby Hemmett led to C. Freeman L, then C. Freeman L led
Dr.
to
Valentine.
Dr. Valentine, and then
Dr.
Sister Maya. Sister Maya.
I think her name is
Yeah. So
Yeah.
once you start seeking it, you really want to
You'll
know
find some
what
stuff.
your purpose is. Oh, it's gonna show up.
It's gonna be like, what's
gonna
up?
show
You
up.
might not even be ready for it.
All right. Well, before we head out, y'all, and once again, we're I think this is the last slide. Let me double check. No, we got about 2 more slides. So if you all have any more questions, definitely feel free to drop it in the chat. And also, if this information is helpful for you and you love the energy that we're putting out, how about send some other currency our way?
Oh, shameless plug.
Shameless plug. But yeah, the information is on the screen. Y'all know what time it is. All right. But let's take a look into this next part, right? Oh, let me move this out the way. All right. So, one thing to keep in mind is that don't change the person.
Right.
Change your perspective.
Change your perspective. Change the way that you're looking at things. Look at things and people and situation for what they are, not what you want them to be. Right? Because oftentimes we make some real strange decisions because we are thinking that this person is going to evolve into something else, and we're making decisions off of the evolved person who have not evolved as yet. So we get ourselves into a lot of trouble. We set up ourselves for a lot of disappointments, which is bad appointments, because anything that begins with this kind of means bad appointments. So bad appointments. Right. So don't do that. Don't set yourself up like that.
No, don't set yourself up like that. And we're down to the last slide. But once again, when it comes to compatibility, take a bird's eye view.
Yes.
Okay? Step outside of it. This is, for one, you need to know who you are. Because once you know who you are, then you know what you want to have as a part of your life.
Right. And you know the people who are assigned to your life. Like, think about it, right? If you're a doctor, and this is just us being in the matrix, right? Let's say you're a doctor. You're a surgeon. So you know that you have surgery. You're not going to be confused as far as who needs to be by your side.
Say that. You know who you need in that ER.
You're not going to be looking for no damn plumber. And you about to provide a freaking surgery to somebody. You about to do brain surgery. Why the hell you going to need a plumber for? People, they're going to be looking at you in the ER like, okay, he lost it. Like, are you okay, Dr. Wallace? Are you feeling okay?
Yeah.
You just asked for a plumber. No, he's gonna be like, pass me the scaffold, pass me to this, pass me to that, and he knows who's passing what.
Right.
He know their names. He know everything about them. Because he understand the assignment. He know he's a doctor and he gonna need tools, so he knows who needs to be at what side to pass him what when he needs what.
Yes.
Same here.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and we gotta leave with this last thing here. Now, this comes from the famous Medea. Even though we may not see, this is where your spirituality kicks in,
right?
Because you know that we're not going to agree on a lot of stuff that people do, but then there's some pieces that are very valid.
Yeah.
And this is one statement that was very valid that
Super
Medea.
valid. Super valid.
And we're talking about Tyler Perry Medea. We're not talking about the goddess Medea.
Right.
So let's see what Medea had to say.
And I love this quote. We always use this.
Ahead.
So you see, this is a beautiful tree, as above, so below, ain't it? It says we are each assigned people in our lives for seasons and reasons. So understand the different people that come around for the season that they're around for, and also understand the reason they're around. Why? Are they here for 5 to 6 months to help you to build your credit? Right? Is that why this person is here? Are they here to show me how to work on my credit? I'm using some matrix experience here, okay?
Yes.
So if you went around and you turn around and you marry this person who's supposed to be teaching you credit repair, and that's all they're supposed to be doing, nothing else. They don't have any of the other materials that you need or that you require to have like the whole marriage thing going on. You end up and you marry this credit repair person. You know what I'm saying? You might experience a lot of turmoil because they were only supposed to be around for a season. Okay, and then the reason that they came, you probably didn't really catch the full reason.
You gotta find the reason.
You gotta know the season and the reason.
All right.
Next one. Summer roots. Okay, now this one you want to pay attention to. The roots you really, really want to pay attention to. You have to know the roots, the people who represent the roots in your life. Okay? Okay? Some roots helping to grow and stabilize us. So that's what roots do. If you're a tree and you don't have a root, you're in trouble.
Yes, you are in trouble.
You are in big
not gonna last.
trouble. Okay? So you have to know in my life which people represent the roots.
Yes.
For most of us, it's going to be our parents. Some family members, some really, really, really best friends, right?
Brothers and sisters.
Brothers and sisters. But you got to know who they are. Don't mix them up with some branches. Don't you do that.
No.
Don't you mix up those roots with those branches. It's easy, okay? Because the branches, they give you fruits.
They help display your fruits.
Well, yeah, they help to display your fruits. There you go. Right? And sometimes you got to be careful because you see how those branches look so skinny? Sometimes they'll be solid, but you try to hold on to that branch and you'll be in midair.
But no, here's a perfect scenario for you all, right? Because remember, we said that sometimes compatibility can be seasonal, okay? Because for these branches that are displaying your fruits are you growing and flourishing, you understanding yourself, and you're growing. And so those fruits sometimes can be too heavy for the branches.
Oh boy.
And those branches will break.
Speak to that.
Those branches will break and they won't be able to sustain your
fruits. And then the fruits. Hold on, I'm about to do this. That was so hot. I had to I misjudged. Wow, that was a good one, baby.
Yeah, so you got to understand who are your branches and knowing that those branches can only hold you for so long when you are producing fruit.
And depending on how the fruits is looking, they might be heavy, they might be ripe, they might be ready.
Yes, and then the last one, which is then there are others that are leaves.
You got to pay attention to this one. If you miss the leaves, you're not paying attention.
Like, for one, don't get too caught up on somebody who is a leaf.
That's why they call them leaves, because they will leave your ass.
Okay. Leaves who are only there for a short season, and then they blow away.
Far, far away.
Okay. So don't put hope in leaves. They aren't.
They are meant to leave. That's why they call them leaves.
Okay. Recognize the people assigned through your life.
That's right. Be like that doctor who knows who's there to pass him what.
Yes.
Okay.
So if you know that you got somebody who's flighty and you can just blow one way or say one word and then they gone.
They're over here.
They're probably a leaf.
Yeah. Flighty.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so when you think about a leaf, it's really not compatible for a long period of time. Okay?
Yeah.
That leaf may stay around during the spring and summer, make the tree look real big
good and pretty.
Beautiful and colorful. And even during the fall, like they bring through some
show
color.
out, you know.
But when winter comes,
they gone. They are gone with the wind.
And winter is not just the season. This may be your dry spell where you don't have any money coming in. You may have gained some weight because you got a little bit depressed and you didn't know how to deal with that.
You might have got a little top heavy. Like, you know,
little top heavy. You know, you may be going through things emotionally and they can't handle that.
Yeah.
Okay. But when it comes to compatibility, you need to really know yourself first. And then you have to know that other person as well as you know yourself.
That's right.
Because so many people get caught up in relationships not really knowing somebody before they get into it. And then you get into a relationship and find out that you just hooked up with Jeffrey Dahmer. Okay? Y'all know who I'm talking about, because Jeffrey Dahmer, if my memory serves me correctly, I think it was him or the other one, but he was a normal guy working at the school, driving the buses. He was the regular regular dad, right? But behind the scenes, he was getting down at night.
Oh my gosh.
Okay? Ooh. So you have to know who you're dealing with, and you have to know who you are, and you have to know who you're dealing with.
Right, and be authentic with yourself. Keep it real with yourself. Don't lie to yourself, because they got enough people out there lying to us as is.
Too many lies.
So don't be lying to yourself, okay? Sometimes we can't afford that.
Hold on, what is this?
What we got going on there?
Well, as I was with someone I know, I was
hugged up with him with the dragon light.
Okay, I think we missed a part of that.
All right, we gotta go back.
We probably missed something.
We missed something in there. That's
all right.
That's a dragon and everything. Got a whole mythology going on there.
All right, this last call for questions. If y'all have any questions, or if you wanted a card reading or something like that,
drop it in the chat.
Drop it in the chat. Let's just make sure we hadn't missed anybody.
Okay, got that one already.
Yeah, that was a hell of a.
That was a good
question.
Yeah.
Hey, definitely cannot. I can see people.
Like, I can see that I'm part of people. Oh yeah, listen. You're probably seeing into the bigger perspective of things, because at the end of the day, when you really think about it, we're all one. You know, we just fragments. You know, of a whole experience in itself. You know, something like that. So if you're able to see things as is, it might be that you're getting a look into we call it the dwarf world or the quantum world, whatever have you. So you're seeing things on, maybe if you want to call it, seeing into different dimensions, if you want to call it that, whatever.
Yes. And that actually leads us into the last thing that we're going to cover, and then we're going to head out, which is that this winter solstice that is coming up on the 21st, this coming Tuesday, is very pivotal for those who are really looking to level up in their spirituality.
That's right.
Okay? We're talking about going to a whole nother level. And this coming Sunday, we just felt the need to do a Zoom call for those who want to really talk about this, really dive into some things as far as what's to be expected in 2022. And for the things that we have that's expected to transpire in 2022, we can't really say on YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
They'll take our whole channel down.
And we have a lot of information to share with you all as far as our opinion, as far as what's going down, and then also providing you with some resources that you can use depending on how the questions go. Because once again, we don't want to be your savior or somebody that you follow. We want to give you some resources. We want to teach you how to fish.
Right.
Okay. And so if you want to learn how to fish and you're not too sure about which way to go, and you want to hear what we have to say about what's about to go down in 2022, then I would suggest to go over to our website. Right now, the event is on the website where you can go through and register. It is for free. Okay. Because this is not something where we're trying to get money from on anybody to tell you what to do in 2022.
Right.
Now, we want to make sure that you're at your most stable, healthy, whole self.
That's right.
Okay? Because from the stuff that we've been doing, y'all, and we're not talking about what we're doing tonight, but for the things that we've been doing, has changed our lives dramatically. Or is it dramatically?
It's drastically.
It's dramatically. Or
drastically.
Okay, we're going to leave it at that. But we're living deliciously over here right now. Okay? So I'm just putting that out there. So if you all are interested in being able to talk with us, because it will be via Zoom, depending on how it goes, we may not record it and share it anywhere because if it's some personal stuff, we're not going to share the personal stuff. But we are here for you all, and we want to make sure that you are prepared for what is to come in 2022. So go to the website and sign up for that webinar that's going down this Sunday.
And big up to all our pure bloods.
Yes, all our pure bloods in the house.
Big up, big up, big up.
Yes,
enough respect to the pure bloods in the house.
All right.
No offense to the, anybody else, but big up to the pure bloods.
Y'all hold strong.
Hold strong.
Hold strong. Do not fall for the woman dates and the man dates.
We got this.
All right. You're smart. You can think. You're very wise.
Very wise.
All right. And I think that is it. Did you have any other thing you want to add, babe?
Nope. That is it for now. Yeah.
All right.
We are finished. I'm gonna go finish my painting in the back. That's gonna be like a silhouette type of thing that I got going on back there. Let me show. Y'all want to see it? Y'all want to see it?
Oh, this?
Yeah. Y'all want to see my silhouette? I'm thinking I'm gonna do a gallery, man. I don't know when I'm gonna do the gallery.
Hold on, let me.
But
let me do it slow.
Really? Dave, man, I can't deal with him. That's my silhouette. And this is the back, and I'm gonna do the front. And the front is gonna be in purple. So what we're doing with this one, we're gonna go from the rooter to the tutor. So that's literally from all the way to the bottom, which is a root chakra, and I'm gonna do the last one. I'll do purple and white, which will be the crown. So back, root, front, crown. So it's gonna be two versions of that. So that's the first one that I did. Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
So you know what I'm saying? Art is art, man. Art is art.
Yep. Yes, Blue Diamond Dust, we must prepare ourselves.
Mentally, physically, spiritually, and emotionally.
And you know what, Blue Diamond Dust, just to add to that, I wouldn't necessarily say that we have to prepare ourselves. We are prepared. We just have to be aware.
Oh, right. Come into our own awareness.
You have to be aware. But that's a good point, because there still are some people who still need to prepare. And you know what? At one point, I thought that we were unprepared for the things that are to come, but through a series of events.
And by listening to Facebook, because, Facebook have warnings and, you get to report someone. They'll ask you, do you know someone who's too prepared?
Oh boy, I'll never see the day.
Yeah. But so we try not to be too prepared, so we don't get reported to fascist Facebook.
Yes.
Yeah.
But like I was saying, through a series of events, we have received confirmation that we are well more than prepared than we even thought we were.
Yeah. But it's good stuff though, because we create our own reality, even though we do understand that we coexist with other people and stuff like that.
Yep.
We are in control of our reality, right? And I think a lot of the preparedness comes with us really trusting in ourselves, heeding our intuition, and know that we are creators of our reality.
Yes.
And whatever we say, if we can think it up, we can bring it into our experience. So just
the imagination.
Right, preparing yourself and really understanding that, hey, I can really create my own reality. So if you don't like what you're experiencing, know that you have the power within you to change what you're experiencing, as far as being prepared that way, and knowing that you really do have this. You got this.
Yep. You got it. You got it. All right, y'all. So without further ado, we love y'all so much.
Yeah.
For those who would like to join us on this Sunday, go to the website. The link is in the description in the bio. You can go there and register for it. Once again, it is for free. Just make sure you show up.
Come on in.
Because there's going to be some gems dropped for those who are in attendance. All right. So we love y'all.
We love you guys.
Peace out.
I got paint on my finger.